I don't mean to be poetic, but I was in a nursing home and a person in a wheelchair told me that they thought I was gliding on air. And this is what it means to be when you pop and lock it. If you've never broke dancing before, excuse my French, I mean break dancing, then you don't know what pop and locking is. It's the same as staggering. And if you're blue collar, it's in your wheelhouse to have things that are staggered. Excuse me. If you've never driven a flatbed, then you don't know the luxury of behind a truck if it has wood on it. The only reason why you would have a flatbed is to have things that you put on top of it. And if you're driving a truck with a flatbed and you're a blue collar, this is in your wheelhouse. And if you've never driven a flatbed, then you don't know what it's like to put stuff behind it when you're going and putting stuff, and you go ahead and you put stuff on your flatbed. It's almost as if it's wrestling when they roll onto the ring. And in The Ringer, this is what Johnny Knoxville, he made a movie called Ringer, but more importantly, in professional wrestling, it's a move where you roll into the ring by having a elevated platform. And in video games, it's called platform games. And if you play video games, you know that that's retro because Super Mario. But more importantly, in The Ringer, it's called The Ringer. I think it's because in boxing they smack a bell right before they go and start the round. Each time the referee does that. And Johnny Knoxville made a movie called The Ringer because he takes high impacts in a lot of things in the movie Jackass. But more importantly, he made one movie in Hollywood called The Ringer. And I thought this was an imitation of the stage and wrestling and boxing, to be realistic. Boxing and wrestling, they both handle the same arena, which is, excuse me, a stage. One move in going on to a stage. If you're a blue collar, you know, excuse me, how to roll into a ring. A ring is a stage that is, excuse me. Am I going to get copyright for this? I got this for free. This is what vlogging is. If you can document stuff that is on record and nonchalant, that shouldn't be. It's the guy in Enterprise that treated it like a mom and pop shop, Cedarburg. Aside from Cedarburg, I call it Cedarborough when I'm trying to speak slang, and I shouldn't. This guy gave me a hat in Vermont.